The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. Jamal Agnew now to return it. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10. At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are going to take a first. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Hoping Manny's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
We're talking new football here. We're talking new models, new paradigms, new ways of looking at things. They score, line up for the PAT, fake it, and go up 8-0. I'm kind of at a loss here because if I'm going to go for 2, I'm going to ask him to put the ball on the 2-yard line and bring my offense out.
Exactly. Opening drive of the game, faking it is bold enough from the 15. That's quite another thing.
I know a lot of people fall back on analytics, but still, I think that person would tell you, put your offense in and go from the 2, not from the 15.
Still got it, though.
Yes, they did. Give them credit.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run with Swift. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play.
Trying to set the screen, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it up, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
19 yards. First down, Ravens.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
First down, Baltimore.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Room here to run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4. Jackson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Jackson's pass.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's the fullback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he's into the end zone for 2. So the fake works. And as a result, this game is tied. So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Lions have taken the lead. That's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise. Because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Deshaun Hand in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at about the 32. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Now he's going to go deep down. This is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Lions 22, Ravens 8.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Jackson's pass.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
1st down, Ravens.
Jackson will throw again. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A gain of 20.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Eluding the pressure right. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. This throw caught. right around the 6. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards, the final tally. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
Justin Tucker lining up.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of... game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stafford. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And the pressure gets to him again. Chuck Clark, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
42-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Ravens, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, he might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now he'll pull it down. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Flush to his right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Escaping the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Galladay, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
2-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He sets to fire deep. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Swift. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, 37 yards. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And it is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Steven Gostkowski.
Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
By the wide receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
It's now 4th down.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And the Raven 1st down.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And now here's another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I don't think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
If they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they...
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. To try again after the sack, Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Ravens.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10. Down at the 33. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jamie Collins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It's second down.
They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And here he's got Grant. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Now, we had the fumble last week. Now, here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
They'll come up second and 6 now from the 24. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him by. Behind the line.
Patrick Queen on the tackle. Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Lions 44, Ravens 30.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 41, Stafford. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack there by J.J. Watt. He had 3 of those sacks last week en route to being the AFC Defensive Player of the Week. 1 right there. How do you block him now?
That's the question you think that they'd be able to answer. After having 3 the week before, you would make all the necessary adjustments in practice, but he's such an imposing force, he knows how to get to the quarterback anyway.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st and 10, Swift. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Again, the ball.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, whether the offensive line has executed well today, try and get him over 100 yards.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Ravens 30.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean,
that's caught at the 25. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Number 5.
A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens get a bit closer. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Lions 51, Ravens 37.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. To return, here's Agnew. A good-looking return set up here.
Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Carrier.
It was Anthony Averett who got him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On first down, Swift, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and some room to run now. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens 7-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 49 yards on the ground.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now a toss for Swift left side. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Lions 58. Ravens
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here. We'll do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Sliding out of the pocket. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On 3rd down, Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down to the 40-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick. To this ball game.
Today's final score line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on all.